What is up, everybody in the Three Geeks world? How are you guys doing today? I just got an email from Burt Ward's agent. We might need to reschedule, but I'm still waiting to get the official word. And as soon as I know what that is, I will let you know because we don't have a lot to go for a 2-hour show today without Burt Ward. So this will be a lot of fun.
Holy disappearing guests, Batman.
Whoosh.
I did name this episode Holy Interview Batman.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
Oh, there's two different
do you have
terms.
any time to talk about your Lord and Savior?
I mean, he's usually a no-show.
Usually takes 3 days to get a hold of him. Yeah.
Oh, Christianity burn.
Now that we've lost half of our listeners. Sorry, kids.
We might get back in the room. It's fine.
So we got the usual gang here. It's me, Dan, Justin, Max, and John. How is everybody doing this fine morning?
Good.
I am excellent. I have been to the movie theaters 3 times this week. I'm feeling good.
Wow, I'm jealous.
Man,
I was gonna see Black Widow and then I didn't.
Is it 3 issues of Black Widow?
I saw Black Widow twice because me and my sister always go to Marvel movies together when they open. But I bought the tickets, and then she's like, "That's not a good time for me." So I
Restricted to a great
got a
time
free
for
ticket
me.
to Black Widow, and so I had to go see it again with her when it was when she was available.
Is it that bad that was it like I had to go see it again?
I wouldn't have watched it twice if we didn't have this tradition to keep up. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not so bad where I was just like, no, fuck tradition, we're not doing it.
It's not Warcraft bad.
We're not going.
Well,
Yes.
see, Black Widow has a few things going for it the same way Loki does, where it's like predestined for Max not to really enjoy it. 1, it's a prequel, and Max hates prequels. And 2, it's a prequel, and Max really hates prequels. And 3, it's a prequel. Max really hates prequels.
Man, that's a variety of a list. Yeah.
Speaking of prequels, the Star Wars series is bringing back dude that played Anakin, apparently.
Jake Lloyd?
No, the other one.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, for Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I did not know that they were bringing back
Hayden Christensen?
all the cast. Yes, Hayden Christensen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were bringing back the whole cast for that until I saw something and I was like, oh.
I'm sure he's not.
I don't know.
I've seen Hayden Christensen recently, and he's definitely gotten better at acting, or maybe directors or what.
That's not saying anything. That's not saying if he started acting, then he's doing better than he did before.
I'm not blaming him. Yeah, because if you watch his back catalog before that, he was decent. Yeah. I'm blaming Lucas for the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
The writing definitely didn't help him.
No.
Well, no, but the writing didn't help anybody. You don't hate Billy D. Williams.
Well, no, but he wasn't in those.
It's tough and it's good. But I'm just saying, it's always been not that great, But
and Billy D. Williams is always trying to sell you 445.
That's
what was the third movie you saw, Max?
Yeah,
I went and saw Fast 9.
Way to ruin my topic bringing up, John. Max and we both saw Fast 9. Anybody else see Fast 9?
No, 1 and 2. I haven't gotten a chance to yet.
I've never seen a single one, and I've
seen
it.
twice.
There's 9 movies. How have you not seen one?
I have not seen one.
I saw Tokyo Drift.
I feel like you'd see it just in passing.
The dudes from Tokyo Drift in this one. This movie is the Lebowski of Fast and Furious movies. And I guess they don't have The Rock in this one. They don't have The Rock or Statham in this one.
Well, that's not true.
Okay. Yeah,
is there spoilers at the end with end clip?
Yeah. There's a post-credit scene with Statham in it. But he's not in the movie.
I saw it twice.
Statham is in this movie the same way Vin Diesel was in Tokyo Drift.
I don't remember that, so there you go.
Credit is a credit.
It was a 3-second end credit scene, and he's like looks out of a car. That's it. Like,
I saw the movie twice. The first time I saw it, I was really just taken back about how much depth they tried to add to this movie because it doesn't fit the outlandishness of the rest of the film. When they were inserting like the flashbacks, trying to add more layer to the story.
God.
But I saw it a second time, and it didn't bother me so much the second time because I love the action in this movie. I love John Cena in this movie, and Vin Diesel keeps getting bigger.
We never saw him in that.
I wish I couldn't see John Cena in this movie.
It's his scene, but it's just completely blank.
Yeah, just one weird green screen. Yeah.
It's like they're taking a live action phone call.
It's like the set of that commercial, that furniture commercial guy. Like it's just the green room. Like, I don't know where he is. He's somewhere here. We just really can't find him.
If you can't get financing here, you can't get it anywhere.
Listen, Tom Toretto.
Now, like they make it like the Torettos in this universe are like the Skywalkers. Like a Toretto can do anything, and like it's established that like since John Cena is also a Toretto, even though like is
it because of family?
I mean, like, no family, and
cracking some brews.
Oh my god! And like this fucking movie, like it's almost like they're making fun of themselves, like they've almost like come full circle, except they like double down on this family bullshit, and like you get all these. Go ahead.
No, I just imagine like Tyrese Gibson in like a bathtub full of money. Like I was only supposed to be in one movie. Like what is going on? Like, pennies are just like pouring in.
Tyrese Gibson almost breaks the fourth wall. He's like, you guys ever wonder how come we survive all this shit all the time? Like, not even a scratch. There's one scene where Tyrese goes fucking nuts on these dudes, right? Gets an AK-47. There's like 15 dudes. They're all shooting at him. And he's like, grrrat, 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 and it just like kills everybody. And is untouched. Untouched. And it's like you couldn't get this good at Call of Duty in your life, okay, much less have it actually happen to you. And this is fucking like go ahead, Dan.
Did the other guys actually have guns?
Yeah,
they had walkie-talkies.
I mean, I don't know if
they had walkie-talkies. Last guy's like all jammed, like
I keep getting stuck on FM.
It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And then, of course, they bring back the other dude who's, like, supposedly dead. And it's just like, there's no... With the exception of Gal Gadot, who won't come back and do these movies because of Wonder Woman, there's no consequences to anything ever in a Fast and the Furious movie. Like, it's just...
I forget was his name Jesse in the first movie that got shot up? Like, he ain't coming back.
Yes, Jesse's dead.
There are two people that will never come back to this show.
Oh my god, it is so ridiculous. Like I watch it because I have fun at Fast and the Furious movies. Like they're just so ridiculous, and I've seen every one of them, so I might as well. But like you're not missing anything if you don't see this movie. But it is just absolutely absurd.
If you go into a Fast and Furious movie expecting any realism, then the shame is on you. Like shame on you for not like expecting what you're getting. Because But Max, do you agree with me that 9 was a step better than the 8th one? I had a lot more fun with 9 than I did with 8.
That's surprising because like the ratings and stuff are totally different. Like
spoiler alert, we do not know how they're gonna top themselves in 10 and 11, but spoiler alert, Tyrese and Ludacris go to space in this movie, and it was everything I wanted it to be. Like they're in a car in space.
Is it
they're
like
in
the
a Pontiac Fiero?
This might be a jumping the shark moment, folks. This could be it. They nailed it.
They don't just jump the shark; they jump the fucking earth.
Yeah,
they jumped the shark in the middle of the movie when they slingshotted a car across the canyon.
Oh my goodness!
Well, I would. I would throw this out there. I learned about a movie, and by the way, it's on Tubi. It might be worse than Fast and the Furious. Any of those. Have you heard about this movie, A Talking Cat?
Yeah.
You heard about it? I watched it. Oh my God, is it terrible? I watched the Riff Tracks version of it, which was slightly better, but
I watched the real version of it.
Because Dan's a masochist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's not even scratching like bad movies. Go watch that Meatloaf Yeti movie with no commentary.
With just that as a description, it's the Meatloaf Yeti movie.
Watch it and tell me it's not.
I feel like Dan is a thesaurus of bad movies. He's just like a Rolodex of like,
hold on.
Would you like this?
Let me roll this back a second. Was the Fast and Furious go to space? Was it like the beginning of heavy metal? When the
I've never seen Heavy Metal.
Oh, you need to watch that.
Okay, so it's the dudes from Tokyo Drift, right? So since Tokyo Drift, they've been working on a rocket car, right? and the one scene it pays it forward for them to go into space. They're testing their rocket car, right? And like they are racing a jet, and the jet's like taking off, and they're trying to drive the rocket car faster than the jet. They lose the race, but Little Bow Wow and an old creepy white dude and some Japanese guy were all the creepy white dude from the Tokyo Drift movie. I don't know his name. They're all starting shit like, yeah, we did it. They're like, dude, you lost the race. He's like, yeah, but the car didn't explode. And then of course the car explodes. And then they're like, they cut to an hour and a half later, maybe 2 or 3 hours later in the movie. Tyrese and Ludacris are in the car, strapped to a plane that I don't know where they got that from. And and they're doing a 2-stage launch where they launch the car off the plane, and then the car launches into outer space.
Yes, my favorite. But I gotta say this, okay? This has nothing to do with the movie's quality. Like, the movie is what it is, and if you go in it expecting anything more than fun, then you're out. And it's fun. It delivers on the fun.
You're out.
I think Justin Lin has perfected the popcorn movie. That's 100% what this movie is. And as far as being a popcorn movie goes, it's an A+. As far as being a cinematic achievement, it's not. Okay, so.
But I don't even like. It's just so dumb. I don't agree that it's a great popcorn movie because you can have things like it doesn't have to be all this. Yeah, like when he freaking drives the car, off of a cliff, hanging on to like he slingshots himself off of a cliff, and I'm just like, man, you can just set up a better stunt than this, like, and use actual shit. Like, it's so bad. Vin Diesel is like. They could have replaced Vin Diesel with a 2x4, except the 2x4 isn't thick enough to be Vin Diesel. Like,
Mac, so you're going into the 9th movie with these expectations or standards.
No, I watched. Look, they got my money. Okay, they got my money. Or you gonna say something?
Well, look at like Michael Bay. Like, that's the popcorn movie, because now you're pandering towards Asia as well, so China gets to go see your movie too. That's my point. And you use something that like gets like, Transformers. Like, yay, I remember Transformers, and then you're strapped in for this like giant 2-hour-long piece of bullshit that's just gonna go to China after you get done crying over it.
2.5 hours long this movie is.
Oh God.
I felt every minute of it.
Oh, I did not.
Like,
it flew by.
Yeah, no, I disagree. I just disagree.
What a way to show the dichotomy of our group.
And then, like, what gets me is like they refuse to say that Paul Walker is dead. Like, the character is still alive. Like, they bring back characters that they have killed on screen, but they refuse to kill the one dude who's actually dead.
Well, they don't like show him, but it's at the end.
He's living happily ever after somewhere else.
They show literally
He's like
in this movie, with the exception of The Rock, they've shown literally every character that was in a Fast and the Furious movie that had a speaking line, and except for Paul Walker, who's dead, but no, Brian's just staying home with the kids. It's cool. We got Jordana Brewster here, like that's fine.
She's my new love. She is my new love.
Like, they sit down for Sunday dinner at the end of the movie, and they're like, "Where's Brian?" They're like, "Oh, he's running late," and then they just have a car pull up, a Fast and the Furious looking car pull up, and it's like, Brian showed up late, like, oh my god, just like, kill him, just kill him. Like, why won't they do it?
They just have the Force ghost of Brian show up. Yeah. I love me some cookouts.
I think I'm going to speak for the audience where I have no idea why Max keeps going to these movies. Right. He doesn't seem to like it at all.
I think.
Oh my god, no! Because I just have to see it. Look, they got my money. They're gonna keep making these movies, and I'm gonna keep just wondering what the fuck. Because I mean, like, when you look at the first Fast and the Furious movie, even the second one, there's some basis in some reality there. But like,
those are the ones I don't like.
Oh my god!
The ones that are about cars.
The ones about cars that use practical effects.
So for the guy that has never seen a single one of these movies, you all have not sold me.
I would say,
John,
I think
I would never do that to you,
John. I think Max and I would agree that Fast 5 you would probably enjoy, and then it's up to you if you'd want to go on beyond that.
Well, I think 5, 6, and 7 are like the highest rated ones, right?
5 is the one where the Rock
6 and 7 are like the same fucking movie.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and they're all like the same movie.
They all got rated really high.
Max watches these for the same reason that I watched the Meatloaf and the Yeti movie.
To catch a Yeti.
I am deeper down this hole than Max will ever probably get.
Yes.
See, that's why. Max sees the trailer, and he's like, "Oh, look, that truck is dragging a safe and going to fucking space and stuff." I see a trailer, I'm like, that's Meatloaf and a fucking animatronic thing that they're calling a Yeti? Awesome.
I will say this as I give my rating is if you just want to see something with a lot of cool action set pieces, a lot of fun, the Fast and Furious movie is exactly what you think it is. So if that's not what you want to spend 2.5 hours with, then don't go see it. If you do want to have some fun and just let your imagination go wild, because it is worth seeing Tyrese and Ludacris in space. I like the Fast and Furious movies because it reminds me that Ludacris is still around. Like every 3 years, I get a Ludacris sighting, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, but you don't want to be reminded that Tyrese is still around, and they do that every time.
Tyrese in this one was the one that I liked him the best in, but just because of all the
only because he's the only one that acknowledges that they're fucking insane. That he's like, how is it that we survive all this shit? Like, it does not make any sense. I think we're indestructible. Like, he says this in the movie. So it's just like, okay, well, at least somebody, like, there's that's as realistic as the movie gets. Somebody's like, holy shit, I should have died 10 times.
Again, shame on Max for thinking there's any realism in this franchise.
No, I did not think there's any realism in here. You're misjudging me when you think I went to watch the movie for any other reason than utter ridiculousness.
But I'm not going
to review the movie and tell the people that it's anything but ridiculous. Like, I don't think that it's.
I'm just saying you keep mentioning realism, and that means that you'd expect some realism. But I don't think anybody expects realism in the Fast and Furious franchise anymore.
Oh my goodness!
Anymore? Oh my goodness. The first one wasn't realistic. What are you talking about?
The first, I know the first one wasn't. Yeah, like it's not. Well, the first one's just like a tuner car chase movie.
Yeah.
And this is cars going into space and you know, like it's what's really interesting to me is like the first movie like got me interested in cars. You know, like I like the idea of getting a car and working on it and doing things like that. This movie, I don't know what this would inspire somebody to do, but they shouldn't do it.
What was the first one? It was like all about a 5-second car, right? That was like the undertone of or whatever.
10-second car.
10 second. Thank you. It was like I went 10 seconds to the moon. Like we're trying to make a 10-second car to the moon.
I think what this review is saying is that if you like the first 14
seconds.
If you like the first couple Fast and Furiouses, then maybe the rest of the franchise isn't for you. But I wasn't a fan of 1 and 2. I actually despised them. 3, it was okay. 4, it got better. And then 5, I had a lot more fun. I just want to have fun going into this. So on the fun factor, Fast 9 would get a 4 out of 5 for me because I had a blast. 100%. Liked it even more the second time.
I love how like this is the strongest stance we've ever heard from Jason. Like 1 and 2, terrible.
Two out of 5 geeks for me.
I just don't know how you go into a Fast and Furious movie not expecting what you saw in the trailer, because that's what it is. Expanded out.
No, I
watched
imagine
the first Fast and the Furious movie. I would argue to you, how can you watch the first one and expect this from any of them after this? Like,
because you've also seen 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
oh, this is perfect for John. John, watch number 1 and watch number 9, and then tell us like what you see.
In the first movie, someone gets killed. Main characters get hurt. oh no, there's another guy that we don't ever see again. Freaking the love interest guy that was mad at Paul Walker for stealing his girl. That guy has never
Paul
shown
Walker's
up again.
love interest guy.
I'm not.
No. They both want the same girl. That would have been more interesting. I'm down for that, Dan. But
Max isn't the only one with this stance, and I'm pointing my focus at Max, but my focus is more towards the same people. But you saw 1, but then you also saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And none of them.
No, I have not. Good.
None of them went into space. You're right. Not a one of them went into space.
Yeah, but The Rock did throw a torpedo at something.
Oh my God!
Just layers of insanity.
When they fucking chase a submarine with a Lamborghini, give me a fucking break.
All right, guys. Let's go to a topic that's a little less controversial. Let's talk about race relations, guys. Let's do it. Let's talk about.
I might leave.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Shall we discuss Awesome Con?
Ooh. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it's a con.
Okay.
So is it not awesome?
I've actually gone to this. It's actually good. It's so basically Awesome Con is the big comic book and pop culture convention in Washington D.C. I went a few years ago with my buddy. It's a pretty decent con. I had a good time. Well, it's back. It's back August 20th through the 22nd, and they have pulled out some big names, 2 of which made Jason very, very envious. Scheduled to appear: Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Sean Astin, Billy Boyd, Christina Ricci, George Takei, Adam Savage, William Shatner, Jack Quaid.
Hold on, John. I missed this the first time. So George Takei and Shatner are at a con together. That is rare. That is.
I want to put them in a boxing match.
I want to get a photo with the 2 of them because they hate each other.
Have I been saying his name wrong my whole life? Is it not Takei?
It's George Takei.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, as he would say, Takei rhymes with gay.
Is that what he says?
Yeah. He's on the Howard Stern show regularly.
He's very both of those things. So
yeah, apparently that is his last name, and he's gay.
Still more realistic than Fast 9.
Yes.
Yes. Star Trek is more realistic than Fast 9.
You know, I was watching. I'm still rewatching all the Saw movies, and I thought that they were ridiculous. But after hearing this Fast 9, it sounds almost realistic.
Right, like at least Saw, like there's still people like no, yeah. If Saw went the Fast 9 route, then they'd be like catching intergalactic space aliens and putting them in weird escape rooms.
Thanos is in a spaceship. You want to play a game? Oh,
hey, speaking of which, I saw commercials for Escape Room 2.
Yeah.
When was there a fucking escape room? Because I don't remember.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I watched it.
It happened.
Did it?
Probably
Okay.
the fucking Mandela. It's the Mandela effect. Like they've made the first one now. They're like, oh, that totally happened way back in the day. They used all 1999 film gear.
Leprechaun 2.
That makes perfect sense, actually, because I come from a different universe where bad movies are good. But no, I kind of want to go see that Escape Room 2 because it looks terrible.
Oh,
the first one wasn't great. I'm surprised that we're getting a number 2. But
it's
money, man.
It
money
seems like a YA kind of thing, though, isn't it?
Kind of.
Probably.
It depends on because if they make the movie cheap, which doesn't Escape Room doesn't sound like it would take that much to make that movie. It doesn't have to even do that well for it to be financially.
Oh no.
Good. So I'm not too surprised they made Escape Room 2 just because the cheapness of the movie.
Yeah, just out of curiosity. Sorry, go ahead, Max.
No, you go.
Just out of curiosity, I just Googled Escape Room. It's a 2019 film. Let's see. It had a budget of $9 million and it brought in $155 million.
All right,
okay, that's why I got a sequel.
John,
is it streaming anywhere?
John, what's the tomato score on it?
Well, I'll have to look that up. Hold on. Although Deborah Ann Wool is in it. I like Deborah Ann Wool. She was in it.
Dan, the Escape Room for me.
She definitely died in it.
I prefer Final Destination, but the kills were very Final Destination-ish, which is why I enjoyed it.
Oh.
I liked watching the creative kills.
But is it rated R or PG-13?
PG-13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Your Rotten Tomatoes score.
It's made for teenagers at this point. So,
Jason, I'm getting your score. It is the tomato meter gave it 51%.
It should be less.
Wow.
It should be less because, like I said, the only thing I enjoyed was the kills.
What's the tomato meter of Fast 9 right now?
Hold on.
I think it's at 62%, Dan.
Oh my god.
So it's slightly better than Escape Room.
It's at 60. It's at 60%.
Ooh,
okay.
We're tanking
9% there.
Fast 8, 7, 6, and 5 were all in the 90s.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
They go to space, Dan.
No. I mean, how are those ones good? Okay, now, last one, John. Look up To Catch a Yeti.
Oh, I've looked that up.
It's a Yeti cooler commercial.
To Catch a Yeti, 1993.
Yeah. And the tomato meter score?
And tomato meter score. NA. There's no reviews.
Nailed it.
Fair enough.
Dan's gonna be the one person to review that.
Can you review it? Give it a 5, whatever the high 100% tomato.
100%, yeah. Go watch this movie. It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Certified fresh.
Let's start a petition.
Well, wait. The other, give you the little thing, what's streaming movies that are the most popular right now. I've never heard of any of these. Well, I've heard of Infinite. Infinite's got a 16%.
What's Infinite about?
That's the one with Wahlberg. And
Wahlberger?
Oh. The Highlander movie with the Wahlberg in it?
Yeah, kind of.
The Wahlberg is like the Terminator.
The Wahlberg. It's like The Rock.
You can't stop Boston.
Dead Pigs has gotten 97%, and I'm I've never heard of this movie, Dead Pigs.
Hold on one second, guys. We have a lot of comments that I did not see because they're coming on my feed of this on my Facebook. It says George says hello. Hi, George. George also says F9 is a 4 out of 5. George also says, I do like the story with how Han survives and it's viable. And then George says it's probably
No, it is not!
Oh, man.
How does Han survive? Magic?
He wasn't in the car, Max. That's how he survived. Anyway.
It's a Harry Potter tie-in now. It's fine.
It's
he
probably
wasn't in the
like
car. Okay, except we see him in the car. It was a hologram.
Right.
They used their space technology.
Platform 93 quarters. That's how he got away.
Ooh, we could chase we could race the Weasley car that flies. It'll be fun.
George says it's probably like human caterpillar. I think he means human centipede. They should have stopped at just one. He's preferring the escape room.
Hey, real quickly, do they make any toys for Fast and the Furious? Like, I think Lego's missing out on having like a big giant Lego universe.
One of the I think Hot Wheels makes the cars, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If they don't, they should.
I mean, but it is, no, but they can't anymore because in the first movie, everyone had their iconic car. It was their car.
Yeah.
Like now, like they go and just pick up a few cars. They like there's no racing, there's no yada yada. They just have a Lamborghini or a whatever, and it's like, oh, okay, here's a cool looking car, but it's never their car, with the exception of the Challenger and Dominic Toretto. No one has a fucking their car for Hot Wheels to sell you.
Well, does that matter? Walker does. He's got the blue car.
You can sell the car pack.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway.
But but like
those Lego sets would be wild though. That'd be fun.
You can mix it with the Mario sets.
Yeah,
I have an idea.
But if I were the Hot Wheels guys, like you could put any 5 cars in that set and just be like, yeah, okay, that's that. I'm sure they were in the movie. You don't even have to like watch it or look. No one's gonna call you on it.
Just 5 Priuses.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, John.
You mentioned
about the Italian Job.
Yeah, you mentioned about how there's like nobody has their car. I think here's what we need then. Then we need to have a mask Fast and the Furious universe merge. Make it happen, people. I mean, who doesn't want to see Matt Trekker in the Thunderhawk?
Oh, shit. I might be the only one that gets this.
Down. I'm down for a mask movie. I'm 100%. And if they were to, this would be the only way that if they were to be like, okay, now Fast and Furious is masked, that would make me happy, and that would explain all this bullshit. I would be 100% down for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The cars start transforming and shit and flying around and shooting missiles. I'm down.
Do you think in 40 years, when this like the franchise is dead and buried, all these actors are gonna be like at like truck rallies and things like that, like driving like monster trucks, be like the dude from the Fast and the Furious, like all these like cameos and cons and stuff?
Yeah, I'll be there. Whoa, Ludacris is still around. Yes.
Where's Tyrese?
It's still better than Bump Bagwell's career, so it's fine.
I've got.
Oh my goodness!
So for the first time ever, I was a whole topic on a podcast. Like literally, I was the second half of Funny Science Fiction. 2 weeks ago, we took the 4th off, so I couldn't respond. And I gotta say this, Tim. All you could really say negatively about Van Damme was that he's a bad actor. I don't disagree with you. Going to a Van Damme movie looking for great acting is like going into porn for the story. You accept certain things can't happen. You go in for different angles.
Needed to make money, so
they definitely go at different angles.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Like, you don't go into the Van Damme.
Dallas is a tour de force
of angles.
Hey, I think Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think he was good in JCVD.
I agree with you, but that's I'm just saying overall, as his entire acting career. Like, I don't go into Bloodsport for the stellar acting and the Oscar-worthy performances. I go for the cool action,
which was kind of
lacking
on that one.
Plus, let's bring Tim down a little bit. Tim, my father and I, when I was growing up, we would do one thing, or something 3 times a year, and that was to go see all the Van Damme movies. And for some reason, I thought the more Van Damme movies they released in the year was a good thing, not realizing that it meant diminishing quality when you have 37 Van Damme movies in a year. But every time I watch a Van Damme movie, it reminds me of those special moments with my father. And that is 100% accurate. And I also thought the segment on your show was hilarious. And I am just really glad that Funny Science Fiction took that route, because I've never seen you guys do anything that's like aggressive at somebody. And again, I'm honored to have been a podcasting topic. I never thought I would be. It's fantastic. I love the intervention.
Congratulations, Jason.
Thanks.
Hey, Jason, you know what else? You know what else, Jason? You may have never thought that you would win awards for your podcasting excellence.
I know. And unfortunately, Funny Science Fiction did not win this award. And maybe it's because of all the Van Damme talk we have on our podcast. So maybe you guys should step it up a little bit.
The Van Damme talk here.
I just got one last thing to say to Tim on this subject, and that is,
you've lost your balls.
I am done.
Now, next topic is funny science fiction. Funny. Now, I brought this graph along.
Whoa.
First of all,
Full caffeine into this. Okay.
Also, but wait a minute, Jason. You kind of deviated from where I was going. You have already an award for excellence in podcasting, right? And you're nominated for another one, are you not?
I am, and we will take a quick second to address this. Thank you, John. I love how we can take a show that we didn't plan to do and make it into a show that we planned to do. But John and I are nominated for the Columbus Podcasting Award.
I've got my notebook and pen here. So
those are the same notes from 3 weeks ago.
No, they're not.
This is the same show from 3 weeks ago. It's fine.
Ooh, I just came up with
notes I just put in there.
I came up with a brilliant idea, and we're going to do it in a second. But John, yes, Matt Talk is nominated for a podcasting award.
That is correct. Actually, 2 podcasting awards. Matt Talk and, of course, the PVD Cast are both nominated for a Columbus Podcast Awards. Matt Talk is nominated in the TV and film category. The PVD Cast is nominated in the Society and Culture category. But basically, if you're nominated for any category,
about wrestling, right? Culture.
Hey, pop culture.
He's about to Stone Cold Stunner if you don't shut up.
When you say culture, I think like classic art and fucking like Bach and shit. And then you slam this guy's head through a table.
I didn't put it in that category, all right? I didn't put it in that category. Somebody else did. I don't know. Anyways, if you're nominated,
that's like Metallica winning Best Rap Album.
That's like Jethro Tull winning Best Heavy Metal Album.
Yes, exactly that.
Well, nonetheless, if you are nominated for in any category, your name is also thrown in for Podcast of the Year as well.
Which is going to go to True Crime Garage. Congratulations, guys! I've already conceded to you in that category.
That's right.
It's going to go to the 3 Geeks Podcast.
Yeah,
Jesus.
You can vote, by the way, for Matt Talk and PVD Cast and any other great podcasts that you see over there. Our friends, the Candair, are nominated in the comedy category as well. But ColumbusPodcastAwards.com/nominations. It's simple. All you got to do is when you go to that website, go to the category, click on Vote Now. You'll see all of the contenders, all their little logos. You click the one you want, put in your email address, and there you go. You're done. So August 27th, I believe, we'll find out if Matt Talk is a heavy hitter in the genre of film and TV podcasts.
You know, we have me, John, Justin, Max, and Dan here, and we haven't done a surprise Remake Revolution in a minute. So at 1 o'clock, we are going to host a Remake Revolution, Max versus Dan. Justin, what's the movie?
Oh, shoot.
John, name a movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Name a movie. I'm going to go...
Dan's already getting ready to go. He's fast.
I'm going to say To Catch a Yeti.
No,
I'm kidding.
I've never seen it.
I'm kidding.
I mean, I'm not sure I can make that worse, and that's what I try to do.
Hold on, let me think of a movie. One that you guys have seen, probably.
Clue. Remake Clue.
There you go.
And it's a space opera.
And it's a space opera.
All right, everybody. At 1 o'clock, Dan and Max will be remaking Clue, and we will have Justin and John judging, and I will host it, and it will be a lot of fun. See, nothing into something. That's what we do here at the 3 Geeks Podcast, and it's a blast. Look how excited Dan is. He's like, I didn't even know I was going to compete. I'm ready to go.
So do we need to give them time to get themselves prepared? Should we remove them from screen and let them prepare in silence?
No, I'm still here. Hold on. I can do half and half.
Are we going to talk about Black Widow at all?
Probably not, because I want to talk about it with you, and I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, well, goddamn. How am I supposed to air my grievances?
You and I will record a separate review. But John, we were talking about Awesome Con, and I stopped you in the middle of it. Did you want to continue with that?
No, I just thought it was interesting that they're bringing out all the heavy hitters. I mean, Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, and you mentioned, heck, man, Takei, Shatner in the same building. That's big news. Jack Quaid, from The Boys. I mean, they're bringing out a lot of heavy hitters for that show, and all the best of luck to Awesome Con. It is a really good convention. I did enjoy my time there.
Where is it located? Did I miss that?
It's in DC.
DC.
Yeah.
Three Geeks Podcast is an awesome opportunity at Monroe Pop Fest, where we will be in charge of scheduling and planning 2 days worth of panels at this con. I'm super excited. I brought in, I was giving them a lot of shit at the beginning of the show, but Tim and Kathleen and Nick will be coming in to do a panel or two with us to help fill some of that time. And I'm just really excited about us being able to, one, program this event, and two, we get to meet some friends we haven't met in person yet, grab some lunch, grab some dinner. And it's just going to be really cool to get back to doing cons again, because I love doing cons. We'll have the obvious. There'll be a live Remake Revolution. We'll do our live show while we're there. Something I'm hoping with Brian where he can talk about independent comic creating, maybe with John. We got the Funny Science Fiction Show. We'll do their podcast live as well. And then I'm hoping we can do some trivia, some games, a lot of cool stuff. Because the Three Geeks Podcast, we'd love to give away free stuff. And I need to clean my house. So
you're not going to give people stuff from your house.
Why not? I keep it in a box, Justin. Except for the stuff I play with.
It's like a layer of dust. Like, please enjoy this gift box.
Here's 3/4 of a bottle of Brute.
I will say this. I'm excited for Monroe Pop Fest because this is the first year that it's 2 days. It's always been just a Saturday show. And I've gone up the last several years to work the tables with Brian and to hang out. And Gary does a great job. Gary's the promoter. He does a fantastic job. Every single time that I've gone to the one-day con, that Saturday only, it's been busy. People are having fun. There's a perfect balance of pop culture stars, legends when it comes to the creators, and then your indie creators as well. So he does a great job of balancing that all out. I mean, it's a great time. It's fantastic. So excited to see what it's going to be like with 2 days. But it's a great show. You should come on out. And I know many of you probably, especially in the Central Ohio area, are probably going, well, it's Michigan. Monroe, Michigan is right over the border. So you're not going very far. I think from my house, it takes about 3 hours and like 5 or 10 minutes. So we'll just ballpark it. 3 hours. You're there in Monroe, hanging out at a great con. So you should check it out. Just Google Monroe Pop Fest, and I'm sure you'll find the website. Check out all the guests that they got going that are going to be there. A lot of cool guests.
I'm glad you said that, because that means now I only need to get a hotel for one night, because we can come back Saturday after the con.
Yeah, it's only 3 hours.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm just excited to get back at it. I'm sorry, the comments on my personal Facebook page are not coming through to me for some reason on here. So I know we have some more. I'm pulling them up right now. And
we are actively ignoring you.
Yes, it's fine. I just wanted to bring this up as a non sequitur, but I'm looking up just directors and stuff for the second half, apparently. And people also ask, what is the point of Saw movies? What is the point of any movie, honestly? I mean, that's a very
who am I, Dan?
Yes, what? How is TV turn on?
So I really thought Mad Tack would be nominated for the 5 a.m. most popular 5 a.m. slot.
Yeah,
the tapioca crowd really soft.
Or like 4 in the morning. You can't. Yeah. Can't sleep anymore because your hip's broken. And you just kind of roll out of bed, eat some pudding, listen to
Go back to bed.
Go back to bed again. Sleep in the chair in the front porch with your shotgun on your lap, waiting for those damn kids to get on your lawn.
We murdering kids.
Tim is really just wants to fight with us. He said, "Was Matt Talk nominated by Shady Acres Retirement Home?"
Hey, right there. Right
You
there
leave the Shady Acres Retirement Home alone. They are a great group of people.
Yeah, I bet you love the ladies down there at Shady Acres, huh, John?
Well,
Tim
they
also,
do
always
make
take the
good
teeth
food.
out when John comes around.
No comment.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Tim says Funny Science Fiction will have giveaways as well, and he is descending on Monroe Pop Fest like fat kids on cupcakes.
Hey, body shaming.
Hey, man.
Cupcakes are delicious. Godspeed.
And then George says Monroe is only 1.5 hours away from him. George, come up, man. Come hang out with us. It was fun when we hung out with you at lunch. And I know the rest of the people that didn't get a chance to meet you would love to meet you. But I'm waiting for George to join us because he's going to come on here and he's going to review Black Widow with Max real quick. And I might have an interview set up with Batman, so I might be pulling that in as well.
Wait, but, Batman?
I might have an George, can you mute your computer, please, so we don't hear ourselves? Okay, anyway, George, sorry. Max, Black Widow, discuss. The rest of us will go away and just give you this platform.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, I haven't watched this.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right, so did you enjoy the Black Widow movie?
I mean, I've never cleared a room that fast before. Cornfields. I actually was very hesitant, Max, about going to see this because we already know she's gone. So it kind of was pointless, and I mean, I get about the Russians doing the super soldier routine as well. The whole thing about an avalanche taking over a prison in Bloom, taking it out. I was like, okay. I'm like, well, here's where the Marvel part comes in, But and what is it with all of a sudden every Marvel movie? It's in Ohio. What the?
I'm down for that. I'm 100% down. Like Ohio, show Ohio some love. But it was. I thought the movie was okay. I was a little disappointed again with how Marvel treats their villains. Taskmaster, I thought was a waste. That was a total waste of the character. They could have called this person anything else. They could have made up a new character for the movies. If it's just kind of this throwaway thing. I'm not mad about the gender switch. That doesn't bother me. But the whole backstory switch is what bothers me. I like the Taskmaster as a character because he's sort of a B villain who knows where he's at on the hierarchy. Like if stuff's really going down, the Taskmaster's not hanging around. Right. And if you hire him to train your guys, or you want to learn how to fight Captain America, and you hire the Taskmaster, he'll train you how to fight Captain America. But he's not going to fight Captain America if he doesn't have to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I agree with you. I'm not angry about the gender switch. I just wasn't buying the story. Like you said, the backstory was just. Really? No. I mean,
blah and throw away, and it's like, and like maybe they're gonna develop the characters some more later, and she can become. But I don't understand why she would be a villain. In their storyline.
Yeah, and the other thing that I was really hesitant on getting more of. I mean, I understood. We know what the Black Widow's backdrop story is, and the whole thing about this guy surviving and then establishing. I mean, if you're establishing this organization, you have them dude, you would have taken over the world a long damn time ago. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Yeah, no,
it's almost like they didn't need this movie. It's like you did not need to waste the money. The timeline fit perfectly. And in fact, Bryce and I even had an argument. He goes, well, that's not right. He goes, because, well, Captain America was in jail. I'm like, no, dude, Captain America was never in jail. And we had a little side bet on that. somebody gets no electronics for a week because he lost the bet.
Dang. Oh,
yeah.
He thought he was right, too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Well, what was the positive? What would he have won if he was right?
Oh, he was toast. I knew he was toast. There wasn't. I
know. There's no way you're like, okay, like, oh, okay. I would not just put up my electronics over, for nothing. Like,
oh, he's the one who turned around and was so gung ho on it. And I said, "You'll put a week of no electronics on the line." He goes, "Yep, I know I'm right." I was like, "Okay."
I mean, you got to win something, bro. Okay, now, over this, I wouldn't even be mad that he was wrong about the Captain America being in jail. Like, he's a bad bettor. Like, you gotta. I have
to work on him on that. Very key thing for anyone who goes to watch the movie. Usually, you get that little after credit scene, a couple minutes in. You have to wait for the whole credits to go by.
Literally an end credit scene.
Literally a very end credit scene. And that needs to be discussed eventually too, because I have many thoughts on that.
We'll do a full spoiler review next week for sure.
Yeah,
but I thought it was an okay movie. This is the popcorn movie that Jason was talking about Fast and the Furious being. This is actually that.
Yeah,
and I like Scarlett Johansson in the movie. I thought she did a really, really good job. But it's just the villains. The villains, I thought they could have done a lot better, and they kind of dropped the ball on that.
And I think the story itself could have been. I only see this as a 2 out of 5.
I would give it a 3. It's very middle of the road. It's not it's not as bad as like an Iron Man 2. Where I would put down there in the 2 or the 1 range.
Ooh, yeah, that's
it's much more watchable than that. But it's this is still just like middling Marvel. They could have easily made the characters a lot better. Like Red Guardian. They give him a chance to be a lot. He could have been a lot more like Captain America. Like, hey, I see.
But it was more about all the female empowerment in this movie, and that's why they kept him to the back.
But like I thought they could have done a better job with his remorse over giving the girls up and all these things. They could have played a lot better. Like, I want to see The Americans, the Marvel show. Because I don't know if you saw that show on TV, The Americans, with Kerry Russell. So at the beginning of
I remember watching a couple of them.
Right. So like I was like, oh, okay, so this is the Marvel kind of version of that, and they didn't do a good job. And then like the bad Russian accents got me, and it's a few things.
Like I said, that's why I brought it down to a 2. I actually brought this up on Seam Snobs. I says it's more the super heroine with the weak male character, and that's exactly what this did. And I wasn't thrilled with that, especially for a super soldier. It's like, are you serious?
Right. That's what got me too. And I'm like, is Black Widow a super soldier? Like, because she gets tossed around in this movie, and it's. Normally, it's like there's a few bumps and bruises or whatever. Like, she's got to duck a grenade or two. But this time, like, she really gets fucked up. Like, and I don't understand how a person could survive these things.
Right, and then you barely have the Red Guardian, kicking any ass.
George? Yeah.
George, I want to thank you so much for this impromptu review. I have a very special interview that I've just been able to acquire that I'm about to pull on screen. But one more time, everybody check out the Dueling Aces with George. George is a great friend of our show, and you can see more pop-ups of George in the future. So thanks a lot, George.
Thanks, George.
Guys, appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I got a special interview. So Burt Ward could not make it today. He had to reschedule, but not wanting to look bad, Batman has decided to come and join us for a quick talk. And I would like to welcome the Cape Crusader himself, Batman.
What's up, gentlemen?
Quick question, Batman.
Any questions will be answered during this interview and this interview alone.
Okay. Was there ever any...
Fix your camera. I'm not talking to you. Get him off. He's a loser. Batman doesn't laugh.
You're getting pixelated, John. That's what he's talking about.
Batman, you're looking. Have you been just working? You chasing the Riddler or something? You look a little. You're unshaved. You're looking a little grizzly there.
Listen, this is the summer of the bat. Okay, I'm taking full advantage of this summer. I've acquired my bat juice, and we're going to take the bat mower out in a little while.
Copyright,
take care of the bat grass. That's what I'm doing.
My girlfriend wants to put up bat boxes at our house. Like, do you have other than the bat cave? Like, do you have bat boxes at Wayne Manor?
If there's only one thing I eat, it's a bat box. And that's I'm sorry, you mean actual boxes. No. But I do know a very rich friend who has them. They're called Wayne Enterprises. I can see if I can get you some.
Batman, when you were filming your epic television show in '66, was there ever any wardrobe malfunctions?
Yes, my giant dingling,
the bat
as I like to call the bat wand, would slip through to the bottom, and I think we all got a little peek there. Eartha Kitt truly loved it. It was an amazing time.
Somebody in the comments Batman needs some batscaping on his face, which he's already addressed. That he's going to get on that very, very soon.
Listen, beards are in. Look at your face. What are you saying to me?
Look at your face.
90% of the people here have beards on their face. Why are you giving Batman a hard time?
I got to ask you, Batman, Burt Ward or Chris O'Donnell? Who do you pick as your Robin?
Neither. That kid from Titans is pretty good.
Yes, kid from Titans is actually really
He
good.
actually seems like he can fight. The other ones are all about peace, love, and happiness. And that's good, but that's not Batman. That's not how Batman does things. Did you not see Batman versus Superman? I shoot people. That's what we do. So
I want to thank Batman for joining us. I know he's very busy fighting crime in Gotham City, so thank you for taking some time out of your day to join us.
That's Mr. Batman to you.
Mr. Batman.
You only.
I think he's kidnapped Captain America in the back there.
No, I took it from that pussy.
Oh.
No, that's mine now.
In behind? You took it from behind from that guy?
I'm Captain Batman. I run America now.
Get a spray painted bat.
I also have an iron suit in the other room. Spray painted it black. That's how this works.
Black is slimming, they say.
So sorry, Burt Ward couldn't be here.
You do look like you could use some slimming. When was the last time you hit the bat gym?
Okay, look who's talking over there. But
I'm not out there fighting crime every night.
Yeah, if you were, you would be putting on the pounds too. Listen, they have this new Twisty Misty drink at Dairy Queen. That's what happens. Stop and take a drink every once in a while. Right?
Out of the bat boxes.
Listen, when I'm driving around in my awesome car with Catwoman on my lap, I don't know what you're talking about over here. Look at your hat. You owe me money for that. I drink milk out of a box.
Oh, God.
All right, everybody, we are going to our quick commercial break. I want to thank Batman for joining us. I want to thank George for joining us. And we have our impromptu remake revolution of Clue, Dan vs. Max. Everybody, we will talk to you soon.
Talk commercial, take 5. Hey, Jason, have you ever been accused of a crime?
I have not yet, John.
but if I ever was, there's only one man I would call, and that man is Benjamin Matlock. Hey, John, we need to edit the Snyder cut of a trailer.
He's a guy that can certainly clear your name of any accusations that come your way. Doesn't matter, man. If you're accused of, say, I don't know,
this gives us a longer break the longer this thing is.
Or using a pair of scissors to stab your business manager to death. Or maybe you sneak into your landlord's office and off him overnight during the Christmas season. Matlock can get you taken care of. And you know what? He's also a dude that is the subject of a pretty cool podcast called Matt Talk, right, Jason?
Yeah, he is. And I'm so glad John just aired out all my dirty laundry. But it's great to know that when I stab my landlord or I, commit any crimes, I can call the one man. And that one man is Benjamin Matlock.
That's right. And you can check out our podcast called Matt Talk.
Oh, Tim, we knew you could hear us. That's the whole point of us unmuting
Monday of the month. It's available on all of the podcasting platforms, including Anchor. Just go to anchor.fm/Matt Talk. And it's available through the Facebook page. Of course, that is at Matt Talk Podcast. And you could check out every single episode when they drop. And real soon, it'll be available every Saturday at noon through the Scene Snobs channel. Just look for the Scene Snobs, on Facebook or thescenesnobs.com. Jason, tell them about the email and the Twitter account, please.
You guys can email us anytime at benmattalk@gmail.com. That is benmattalk@gmail.com. One more time, benmattalk@gmail.com. Email me. Let us know what you think of this commercial. Let us know what you think of the episodes. We have some great interviews with Lori Lathine and
Linda Pearl and Scott Valentine and a ton of other great episodes. And by the way, check us out on Twitter. We just got on Twitter at MattTalk_podcast. And so, ladies and gentlemen, check out an episode. And as they say in court, nothing further.
Hi, I'm Casper.
And I'm Becky Gremlin.
And we're the hosts of Don't Fuck With The Original.
We are a spoopy horror podcast that pretty much covers everything under the genre.
We cover haunted locations, we cover true crime, cryptids, movies, anything you can literally think of. We are all over it.
Everything spoopy.
On Wednesdays, and why?
Wednesdays are for podcast. Thanks, guys.
Hey everybody, it's John Orlando from the PVD Cast. Are you wondering where you can find my podcast? Well, it's real simple. Just go over to pvdcast.com, the online home of yours truly, or it's available through all of those major podcasting platforms. Just search for it in Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iHeartRadio app, and don't forget that every single Monday night at 8 o'clock, I do a live broadcast of the week's episode of the PVD Cast through the Facebook page. Just go over to facebook.com and search for @PVDcast and join me every Monday night at 8 p.m. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get on out of here. So I'll chat at each and every one of you later.
Stay righteous, stay independent, stay safe.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Scene Snob, McManhattan, and I'm here to tell you guys about thescenesnobs.com. We're a channel of variety, comedy, entertainment, geek-related, sports, the whole 9 yards. We cover almost every genre. And we have so many great shows to choose from. We have shows like the Scene Snobs Podcast, BTB Podcast, The Guapo Show, the Sports Snobs Podcast, the PVD Cast, Jeff Dwoskin presents Crossing the Streams, the Three Geeks Podcast, the Fandom Effect. We probably have the only Matlock-based podcast called Matt Talk, and we're introducing new shows all the time. We have new shows coming up like the Ear Hustling Podcast, Carpool Shenanigans, and of course, From Some Nobodies, Twitching Upstream, and Talking Upstream. So come on, check out thescenesnobs.com, enjoy it, and please leave feedback. Like, follow, subscribe us, and just let us know what you think. We love to have all the interaction. So I, again, am the Scene Snob McManhattan. Check out thescenesnobs.com. You can follow us anywhere on social media at The Scene Snob, and we will talk to you guys soon. Take care.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Gunnar Quaylen.
I'm Jenna St. Clair.
From churchofsecrets.org.
You're listening to John, Dan, Scott, Max, and Jason
on the Three Geeks Podcast.
I gotta say, first off, I am excited for next week because the Petersons are coming back. It's that lovely couple that just read off our names and did that nice little outro for our commercial break. They're coming on. We're doing top 5 romantic films, or not romantic films. I'm sorry, films with romance in them, so they can be from any genre and so on and so forth. But my favorite couple in Hollywood right now doing audiobooks is the Petersons. They're fantastic.
It's a very specific.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Yeah, I like it. They're great.
We are getting ready to do another remake revolution of Max vs. Dan. They have had literally 20-some minutes to prepare. I am very excited because Dan seems like he at night just works on these remake revolutions, so he's ready to go whenever he's called upon. I think Dan has like books and files stored away of, all right, I'm ready. They can get me any time of day. I've got a whole Rolodex of movies I'm ready for.
I picture Dan has a folder like in Memento that's got like rubber bands around it, and they're huge and thick, and there's like just all kinds of schemes and plans and directors and stars. And
yeah, his homework folder. Yeah,
I don't need any of that, guys. I've seen things. I've seen so many things.
Dan has seen things.
Dan's
Only
seen some
talk
shit.
about.
Yeah. Max is in there writing in his notebook. The first time he's used that since 2020.
The first time I've used that since 20 minutes ago is like
man.
Yeah,
I'm known as Mr. Notebook and Pen Guy.
No one knows you like that.
The nickname that people that have given me. I did not make it up myself, and obviously I use this all the time.
I don't think it's changed.
You go
that
back
page.
one page, it just says S9 bad.
Frowny face.
Frowny face.
It's like cool nicknames. Notebook and Pen Guy.
Yeah. It's like triple underlined.
Make it a thing.
If you don't know what Remake Revolution is, here you go.
Let's get ready to remake! I am Mike McG from YouTube's Mike McG TV. And the Three Geeks Podcast and I officially welcome you to the ultimate movie nerd and fan competition.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Prepare for the Remake Revolution.
Go.
Teams battle it out for geeky dominance as their movie reboot and remake ideas face judgment. Each team's idea lives and dies by 4 specific categories. They are story pitch.
I'll be back.
Writers and directors.
I am Iron Man.
Casting.
I am your father.
And marketing.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
When all is said and done, one shall stand, one shall fall.
There can be only one.
And the world shall know whose remake is truly revolutionary. The Remake Revolution begins now.
Nobody says that better than Mike, so I doesn't know even. But I'm going to say this: let's get ready to remake.
No, you got it. What's this is like Beavis and Butthead.
Nathan Roxbury. Just kidding.
So let me get this correct. Justin and I are judging, right?
Yeah.
John is judging. I'm president. Just kidding.
All right, Max, tell us your pitch. Since you've had so much time to prepare this.
We should let Dan go first.
Man, that notebook is failing you right now.
I got this.
I'm just giving, letting my esteemed my esteemed opponent, letting him get the best chance that he's.
It takes a while for genius to steep. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and no one wants to hear me go first. It's breaking some sort of rule there, isn't it? All right, my pitch. This is going to be a kind of different from the original Clue movie, but with some of the same feels. What I want is like a more horror ghost kind of movie with comedy elements sprinkled in there. But I what I feel like Clue should be is, it's murder mystery, but there's going to be more of a horror bent to it. The characters are going to feel more under attack, and the ghost of Reverend Green is going to be the the instigator of all these things. So it's going to have like a paranormal kind of bend to it, but still with all the classic Clue characters. That's all I got in the notebook.
Sorry, I was in the middle of chewing my vitamins. Dan.
Yeah.
Okay. When I got halfway through thinking about this, I realized that I'm just kind of remaking And Then There Were None from the 30s, which is a great film that you should all watch. But basically, we're going to have a black and white movie. It's going to be a haunted house movie. It's going to star all these people from the Clue thing that are just going to get knocked off left and right in horrible, bloody ways. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have different endings to who the real killer is. But unlike the 80s Clue movie that kind of screwed that up, it's going to be a better movie until you get to the ending. So people will want to come back and watch the rest. Yeah, I just want I want it to have like an old style.
Family.
What do I want to say here? No, not family. like I wanted to have like Scooby-Doo houses,
Have you thought about adding family, Dan? Though
no, and really fast cars and some guy racing a submarine. He gets hit with a lead pipe underwater. No, that's not happening in my movie. But I wanted to have like a kind of Scooby-Doo-esque feel. Not like the movies, but like the old 60s cartoon with like, the houses that are all like beat up and shit with the banging shutters. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of feeling stuff in there as people are getting killed left and right.
Okay.
Question, Dan?
Yes.
Dan, how would you have multiple endings? Would you film the endings and then different regions of the country would get different endings? How would you go about doing that?
Since we do digital projecting now, I mean, it should be easier to just like swap the last 10 minutes with something else, like at random times. So you'll never know. You'll never know which ending you're going to get.
Okay.
But there's going to be at least 3.
Fascinating. That's what they did with the original Clue. They had different endings in different theaters.
Yeah, but that failed. But mine will be better because my movie would be better.
I wonder if it would fail today.
The hubris is strong.
Yes. Well, just wait until the rest of this and you'll understand.
But like, it would just be that, you go see the movie, you get your ending, whichever one that was, and then you go home and watch the other 2 endings on YouTube.
I mean,
that's how it would play out today.
Still better than a gender swap nun.
Well, I'm just saying, answering Jason's question.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you shit because I feel like it. That's all I got.
Awesome. Any questions from you, Justin?
No, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks.
Dan, what's your cast?
Cast or directors first?
Directors and writers. I totally knew that was the right answer. Writers and directors.
Since we're going black and white, we're going for an artsy feel. I'm going with Dario Argento as director. And I'm going to have Rob Zombie write.
Oh, boo.
Because I want a house with 1,000 corpses.
I was on board for your movie over mine until you said that.
But see, Rob Zombie can do the haunted house thing right because he did House of 1,000 Corpses, which I think is his best movie.
Okay. Tim writes, too fast, too furious, too many clues.
Too many clues.
And then he
this hurts my brain. I just want to zoom.
Put some serious
thought into these.
And then Dan put some serious thought into some of these. All right. Wow, Tim, you're taking shots at everybody today.
Yeah.
Tim writes, Max was like, I made a movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what the guy said after they got done with Fast and Furious.
The notebook and pen guy.
All right, Max, who is your writer and director?
Writing and directing, I have just because I could not fucking think of anything in this amount of time. Taika Waititi. I love the range of Jojo Rabbit. It's got a lot of like super serious moments in there, but it's also fucking hilarious. So I think that's like the I kind of want to do more serious than funny. No, you're all good, Tim. But yeah, that's who I'd get to write and direct it, just because I know he's made movies that I enjoy.
He relates to us. Thank you, or she.
That's cool.
Justin, do you guys have any questions?
Dan, let me just make sure I got this correct. Argento's director, Zombie is writer.
Yes.
Okay.
John is slowly texting all this information to his agent as his idea, and he's like, get this Clue movie made right now.
I've been working on this for years.
I will have Taika Waititi directing, but then I will have Taika Waititi writing it.
That was going to be my question, so I'm glad you answered that. I was like, do you have a writer or no?
Any confusion.
All right, Max, who are you following up Tim Curry with? Let's hear this cast. What's your cast?
I am going to follow up Tim Curry with Tim Curry. I feel like a couple people need to be brought back just because they're fucking awesome. So I would bring back Tim Curry. I would cast him as Colonel Mustard. Christopher Lloyd, I would have him playing the ghost of Reverend Green. I would get Aubrey Plaza to play Mrs. Peacock. I would get go ahead.
I said I love her, Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to say this dude's name. It might be Reggie Gene Page. He was in Bridgerton. He's the hot black guy from Bridgerton. He played Mr. Body.
All right.
I mean, this guy is fucking sexy. He's like Prince sexy. I don't know if you've ever seen this dude, but
I don't think so.
I just enjoy the enthusiasm in which you're explaining.
Yeah, it's very, very enthusiastic about
I
this,
love
man.
it.
Do we know his name, or is it just sexy black guy?
Sexy black guy. There you go.
Well, no, it's REGE with a fucking accent on it. So Reggie Gene Page.
Actually,
that's his name.
Actually, searching Google for sexy black guy from Bridgerton brought him up. So
yeah, that's.
Man, I hope you did your safe search on, because that's a way to get some stuff.
I would guess. All right, shut up.
He's got a bunch of spam just showed up right now.
Julie Andrews as Mrs. White.
All right.
Aaron Moriarty as Miss Scarlet. Hot black guy from Bridgerton.
That's a dude who knows how to dress. I'll give him that.
Aaron Moriarty as Miss Scarlet. She was in the Jessica Jones movie. She's in The Boys as Lamplighter, or not Lamplighter.
Starlight.
Starlight. There it is. And then I would cast Domhnall Gleeson as Professor Plum.
Nice.
Okay. Can I get another rundown, Max, of those? I was trying to take notes.
Yes.
And all right.
No, that's fine.
You sort of daydreaming about the hot black dude, and then
you got Tim Curry as Colonel Mustard.
Okay.
Christopher Lloyd as Reverend Green. Aubrey Plaza as Mrs. Peacock. Regé Jean Page as Mr. Body. And just let me know if you need to slow down or whatever.
Nope, you good.
All right. Julie Andrews as Mrs. White. Erin Moriarty as Miss Scarlet. And Domhnall Gleeson as Professor Plum. Domhnall Gleeson was in Ex Machina, and he's in Star Wars as the General Cuck, I call him.
Okay, who was he playing?
Huh?
Who was he playing? Gleason?
Yeah, the 25th Weasley brother.
Professor Plum. Professor Plum.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's my cast. That's the winning cast right there.
Nice. I like that cast a lot, and that is one attractive man from Bridgertown. So,
Yeah.
Bridgertown.
Bridgertown. You gotta say it like the
old Bridgetown.
Yeah.
all right, let's find out who Dan's cast is. Go, Dan.
Oh wow!
All right.
Whoa.
Hey, I get the full
Why
screen.
does
Nice.
Dan get a whole screen?
Fuck.
Man.
This is
Wow.
bullshit. Racism. Fucking
What
racism.
the hell? Oh, fuck
That's
it. We might as well just
quickly.
end the whole thing now, because Max. All right. Colonel
I
Mustard.
did that so
got
he could use that now. He can't use it later. He can't use
Fair enough.
racism again. He can only use it once.
You can only use it once in your life.
One per podcast. I have a contract.
That
All
we
right.
afford.
Colonel Mustard, I got Bruce Campbell. Miss Scarlet, I got Lucy Liu. Professor Plum, I've got Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
Mrs. White, I got Scarlett Johansson. Mr. Green, I got Danny Trejo. Mrs. Peacock, I got Emma Watson. The groundskeeper will be played by Tobin Bell. The butler will be played by Alice Cooper.
Jesus Christ.
That's who replaces Tim Curry. Alice Cooper.
Is he eating some chicken heads?
That
Yes.
cast is fascinating and scary all at once. I like the addition of Tobin Bell. Tobin Bell, just looking at him, terrifies me.
He's the red herring because he has to be. Yeah, that's what I got.
Professor Motherfucking Plum.
Yeah. See, I picked this cast because they all have a dark side that they can do. And I like it because they're all going to be killing each other. So it'll be great.
Dan, I need another rundown real quick, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Steal my thunder. The whole thing?
Please. The
Do
cast.
you want just the actors' names?
The actors' names would be fine, yes.
Okay. Bruce Campbell, Lucy Liu, Samuel L. Jackson, Scarlett Johansson, Danny Trejo, Emma Watson, Tobin Bell, Alice Cooper.
Wouldn't Danny Trejo be playing Mr. Verde?
Sure.
Wow.
We'll just call it Cluedo. It'll be fine.
I think it would have been funny if you'd cast Danny Trejo as like Mrs. White.
Can Bruce Campbell be Evil Dead? Bruce Campbell?
Yes.
Just cut off his arm with a chainsaw.
And Lucy Liu can be Kill Bill Lucy Liu. So
with no head?
Yes. Later on in the film, sure.
She's just walking around carrying her head.
That'd be awesome.
Dan, how are you marketing this horror fest?
We are marketing this as a tour de force horror movie. It will come out on just before. Well, actually, yeah, it'll come out just before Halloween. We are planning this to be a franchise so that every year you'll have a different Clue movie with a different cast and a different ending. By the sixth movie, we're gonna have a whole bunch of like weird flashbacks to the first one, explaining how people never die. No, just kidding. But yeah, this will be the new Saw franchise.
Or Fast and the Furious.
No, they don't have cars. If they did, they could just leave the mansion.
That's movie number 3.
That's no fun.
They all murder each other.
Ooh, it could be like Terror.
Highway to Hell.
Yeah,
I can't wait for
it could be like Death Race 3000.
Demolition Derby Doom.
I can't wait till Clue 9 of Dan's franchise where the time travels in.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Clue.
They just pop out of the portal and knife somebody and jump back in again.
They're all related.
Dan, how are you marketing this fest?
Well, that was part of the marketing. Then we're going to have. Well, I mean, this is going to be a definite hard R. I mean, there's no way around that. So we're going to have. Instead of doing like McDonald's like things for kids, we're going to go to like rib and wing places. And for the older crowd, the ones that can drink beer.
I want to see Clue Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, me too.
Not Han.
But we're also going to have a tie-in with Milton Bradley. That's who does Clue, right? Yeah. And we're going to have our own board games made. It's going to be awesome. It's going to have like the actors, like little actor figures that you can do, so you can move your own little Danny Trejo and kill Bruce Campbell with them. We're also going to have a more fast-paced kind of like Dead by Daylight kind of game, because we're just going to call it the new Clue. but it's just going to be like murdering other people. There's no mystery involved. That's about it.
Okay. Max?
I'm also going with the Halloween release. I am going to do an Among Us style mobile game where you're trying to find out who the murderer is, and you get to play fun mobile games like that. I would redo the board game, with the same things, Dan, like the figures that look like the stars. And I know everyone would be stealing the sexy black man out of all the other Clue boxes, and they'd be like, "Oh, now you can find the sexy black man statues on eBay for like $500." I would also do McDonald's. No, that's it. I just had the Among Us style video game and the revamp of the board game to past year.
Man, you guys are very, very similar.
Yeah.
Trailer.
All right. Well, I'm going to.
Actually, what would be cool? What would be cool is like a fucking the 3D style, like a Resident Evil sort of game where you're walking through the house and shit jumps out at you. We'll do that too. We'll have a Clue game.
So 2 games.
Yeah. So like the mobile game and the console or computer game. But you'll only be able to do it in the 3D, so you get the full experience.
Knives.
You get a lead pipe in your fucking Happy Meal.
Full sized or kitty edition?
Rat poison.
Yes. Let me separate his from mine, though. Remember, mine will be more of a battle royale, where there will be that many people, and it'll be all online play with no actual clues, but lots of killing. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
This is my TED Talk.
John and Justin, I'm going to remove you from this broadcast, and so you guys can call one another and chat about this.
And you're never coming back.
Check back in with you here in just a minute.
Why do Saw movies exist?
Dan, I think the news article yesterday for Night of the Living Dead 2, bringing back the cast of Day of the Dead. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I mean, because they can't bring back most of the cast because they're dead, and that includes the guy with the best line in the whole movie. That's the general, or the, I don't know his rank, but the whole I'm running this monkey house now, Frankenstein. Fucking love that line. Yeah. So yeah, they're all pretty much dead except for 2 or 3 people at the end.
Okay.
so that it'll be easy to get all the cast members.
Yeah,
back.
but I mean, what if they show up with the Dawn of the Dead people? You know, because they're both flying helicopters, and they just like run into each other midair, and they drop in parachute, and they gotta like, you know.
I think 20 or 25 years ago, if they had said, you know what, we're going to do a fourth movie that brings back the survivors of these three franchises, because they're technically a trilogy, and we're gonna make that movie, I think I'd be more excited to hear about it. But hearing about this now, when, like Dan said, most of the cast is dead and Romero is no longer with us, it just doesn't seem like it makes a whole lot of sense. Seems more like a cash grab.
If you could bring back the oh God, I forget his name, but the main dude from the first Night of the Living Dead, I mean, that would make sense, but he's gone, so we can't. So, you know, I mean, I don't know really what it means, and then you attack on those shitty like Day of the Dead straight to video. Hey, we're not the Romero film, but we'll try our best with our cover to pretend we are, so you'll buy us, and then be sad when you watch the damn movie. And I don't care. We'll see.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like,
because there's 25. Oh, sorry.
I said like 25, 30 years ago, I would be super excited about this news, but now it just seems like, what's the point? It seems like you're just trying to cash in on what The Walking Dead and all that stuff is doing now.
I mean, and there's
you were 8.
There's a ton of other zombie movies that you could, you know, support that are recent and are actually good. Like check out one called Automaton Transfusion, which actually has like a sequel bait ending that apparently never happened, or I never heard of it. So go make the sequel to that.
Give me a proper third film in the Return of the Living Dead series. I love those movies.
What the hell do you mean? Oh, Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
they did.
I love the
They're
third
on like
movie,
part
Dan.
6 now.
Yes, but it didn't follow the first two movies like very.
The second movie didn't follow the first movie.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I love those movies. I've only seen the first 3. I have not gone past.
You know what's weird? And I don't know why, if it's a rights issue or what, but you can't get the soundtrack for the original Return of the Living Dead anymore. Like even like streaming places, I haven't found it. Like you can look up individual songs, but you can't get the whole thing, and that had a badass soundtrack.
I love that movie. I just saw it for the first time very recently. John has a request. Find out John, what's your request?
On behalf of myself and Justin, we would like to have another category. We would like to see if Dan and Max could give us who is going to be doing your costuming, makeup, etc., etc.
Nice. I like the left field request. We skipped soundtrack. We're going somewhere a little deeper. I will give each guys like 2 minutes to figure it out.
Okay.
So,
are you going to remove them so that we can gossip?
I got it. I'm good.
We can make fun of them. Sure.
Get rid of Max. Who says good? I'm good. Bye, Felicia.
Okay. So,
Guillermo del Toro.
The director?
No, doing the costuming.
What the hell is he gonna do?
Right, so you're looking for Hellboy?
He actually has a major influence on the look of a lot of his movies.
I know.
Yeah.
So like Pan's Labyrinth type of look.
Yeah, the house
Hellboy, Golden,
kind of weird like that.
Yeah.
Hellboy. Whenever they're getting into like weird stuff, Pan's Labyrinth. I'd say just kind of like the house is gonna be set up like that, and like and weird things happen. I want like Guillermo involved.
Bring me Guillermo.
Bring me the head of Guillermo attached to the body.
What a fun name! I haven't thought about.
Max, when you might give Dan a couple more minutes. When you saw Fast 9 yesterday, did you see the preview for the Sopranos movie?
Nope.
Oh.
I did my favorite thing and came in as late as possible. But
yeah, I saw that on YouTube.
I hate trailers anymore. I don't want to watch them.
Man, Max hates lots of things.
No, it's fair. I think it's a good strategy. He can do that. I have to know everything as soon as possible.
Oh, George. You did great. You did great, buddy.
George isn't bitter at all.
You did great.
Poor guy.
Yeah, to be fair, that was out of left field for a lot of those folks.
Dan, did you come up with one?
Yeah. First of all, for the special effects, I'm going to do Tom Savini. Because you can't go wrong with that. And I'd love to see what he can come up with in black and white. Secondly, for costuming, I'd like to go for like a 1950s feel for the whole flick, of course, because it's Clue. So I'm going to go with Edith Head.
Okay. Can Justin and I disappear then to discuss?
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Felicia.
And John Orlando is gone. And the trick on everybody is we are not going to announce a winner until next week. I'm just kidding.
No, it's 1:35. What the hell? I have a soundtrack too, if you'd like.
We're not that good.
Thank you. I was actually going to go for the other dude that he taught, but I forgot his name. So,
while they're deliberating, I want to take a second to remember Richard Donner, who is responsible for so much of my childhood. I mean, from the Goonies to Lethal Weapon. And I mean, he gave Max and I something to do after school. We played Lethal Weapon many days. And
kitty cat.
Who's that behind you, Jason?
Who's the kitty cat?
The cat. I feel like an evil villain because she sits on my shoulder like a parrot.
That's his name, Laycat.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be jumping from the floor to my back, but apparently it's going to because it does not care.
Yes.
Cats notoriously give zero fucks.
Yes.
And who else didn't give zero fucks is Mr. Richard Donner. He came through with his vision on the movies that he made, and he will be forever a huge part in my life because I still hold many of his films near and dear. He brought us probably the first successful superhero movie in Superman, and I big fan. Donner. Goonies will always be one of my favorite films from childhood, even to now. So, rest in peace. Xbox Achievement Award unlocked. As far as we know, I should always preface it with as far as we know.
He's always in the passenger seat with Mel Gibson. He goes on Drug and Rants. He's the one feeding him on. Like, yeah, buddy, yeah.
What did you think about the Jews?
Roast the ones you love. That's the rule of the world.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would say that Richard Donner gave a lot of fucks, actually, but whatever.
I just sounded good, Dan.
Yeah, I know. It was a segue, but
he did a lot on the Twilight Zone.
Tony
as well.
Stark built this in a cave. Scraps.
Well, rest in peace.
I do still want that little. I want a little 8-bit Jeff Bridges to ride a Segway across our.
Could it be the Tron Jeff Bridges though?
No, it's got to be the Jeff Bridges from Iron Man.
I want it to be the Tron one.
I hate Tron.
I love Tron.
You guys can't see their cameras, but Justin is looking down, studying very diligently, and John is staring at his computer angrily.
Yay! Let's bring them back then.
I don't know if they're done yet.
See if they want a soundtrack.
I'm deliberating. The bench is hot.
I'll know here in a minute. Looks like John is.
Can we have another category?
Can we have song and dance, please? The category of song and dance.
Oh, we can do that.
Okay. Look, we need one more category. We're stuck. So
on 5 categories, you're stuck on 5 categories.
Yeah, how are you stuck in 5 categories?
Well, I mean, because never mind. We're still stuck because we threw one. We don't even. We don't even have an answer for one of them. Justin and I have
Which
said,
answer?
Shall we go ahead and tell him, Justin?
No. We'll save it.
Okay, we'll save it. Could we get? I got a great one. Though I haven't told Justin this one. All right.
And he never will.
I love that
one. And John will tell us after the break.
Wait, how long is
our TikTok for part 2?
Random cameo. That's what we want to know. Your best random cameo in your movie. Who would it be? What actor or actress?
Christopher Walken.
Well, I'm going to have 2. Since I didn't use Tim Curry as a character, he's going to be a random cameo. And since Rob Zombie's writing, Sherry Moon Zombie's going to be in it. So, preferably naked, because she usually is.
I win, man. That means I win because she sucks.
Dan, do you have a white horse with her in the cameo?
No, but she is naked, or at least wearing chaps.
Oh, my goodness.
Then the winner is Dan. The first one to say nudity. All right, let's get rid of these guys again.
Jeez, how long is this going to take?
Well, we still got 20 minutes to kill, so it's,
we've never done 2 judges before, so this is a fun experiment. Because
I'm really interested for you guys to see Black Widow, because there's just like I need Jason to see it because he loves everything, and I want him to tell me why he loves this movie.
I think I just watch movies and TV differently than other people. Like I am very good at checking out the reviews before I go, and then I get some kind of a middling opinion. And then when I go in, as long as it lives up to that opinion that I had going into the movies, then I typically have a good time.
But that's being like already swayed by something before you even see it.
But like I was telling Max, like a lot of these movies,
just go in straight, and then if the movie sucked, it sucks, or it's good, but that's on my merit, not on what I base my merit on as other people have already seen it.
Well, I'm setting the expectations instead of them being high or low, because I usually get super excited going into movies. But
my expectations are usually pretty damn low.
Like I told Max before, most of these movies I come on here and say that I enjoyed, when I see them a second time, I usually end up hating them. So I don't know what it is about the first one. Maybe I have Stockholm syndrome whenever I go to the movies.
Because you were told that you may or may not like them.
They're ready. All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the most typing I've used in my thumbs has been a workout. Time texting.
Guys, can you guys tell us how many minutes each of your movie is? Go.
2
hours. This is an important question.
Mine will come in just at 120 minutes.
Unfortunately, neither one of you guys chose John or Justin as your cameos, but you both lost.
That was a good point. Good point. You could have totally snuck us in there.
Yeah. I mean, I could just have John naked.
That was my misfortune.
Well, I won't be at that theater.
Well, you've got one guaranteed watcher, Dan.
Well, hey, the Shady Acres fucking nursing home.
Yeah. Oh man, then there's not going to be anybody to listen to Matt talk because they all just had heart attacks watching John. Tapioca pudding sprayed everywhere.
We only have time for one movie, then it's nap time. Let's wrap this up.
Oh my lord!
8 grandmas. Explain how 8 grandmas drowned to death in a theater.
Gross.
That's amazing. Bat juice?
Ooh.
God, I hate today. Happy Sunday, everybody. I don't like it anymore.
Max's family-friendly segment was brought to you by Toyota.
God dang.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Give us the results.
Okay.
After these messages, John.
You don't have messages.
All right, gentlemen, both Justin and I did not like your writer-directors. That was the problem. I don't.
How do you not like Argento?
It was the zombie part of your equation that I didn't enjoy.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And honestly, then there's nothing wrong with Argento. I just felt it was cliched. I was looking for something a little bit more exciting.
He hasn't done anything good in like 20 years. This is his chance. It's black and white and it's an art film. Come on.
John's only response was okay. All right.
Yeah. But by your same argument, he hasn't done anything good in 20 years.
You guys can yell at the judges after they.
Well, I love yelling at the judges. It's fun.
I know.
I'm going to lose anyway because somebody's going to bring some kind of social consciousness thing to this, and I'm going to lose. So
not with John and Justin.
Have you signed our petition to have Dan lose?
Yeah. Please, you're going to take Wizard of Oz and make it into some
All right. So writer, no one likes Taika Waititi. Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Also cliche.
Cliche?
Cliche.
He's never made a horror movie yet. He hasn't made a horror movie yet. I want to give him a chance.
All right. Justin, how do you want to do this? Do you want to pitch one of yours and we'll go back and forth, or what?
Real quick, guys,
but go ahead.
If you want to appeal to John as a judge, just remember that he hates most things that people like that are somewhat artsy or academy driven.
Well, I did like Dan's pitch. I like the idea of it being black and white. I like the idea of the multiple different endings depending on what theater you go to or what region you're in. I like that idea. And I think Justin agreed with me on that, right? So Dan won for pitch. In terms of cast, Justin, what were your thoughts on the cast?
My thoughts on the cast were, they were both great. And this is where John and I kind of split, right? So, but we ended up with the same winner. But I think, make sure I get this right. Sorry, I have notes.
May I respond to George real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Or what was that, George, about the Manscaped one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Think Castle Freak if you've ever seen that.
You probably don't want to see that, George.
No one has ever seen that.
But I enjoyed Dan's cast a lot. And I enjoyed like bringing in Alice Cooper. I enjoyed that whole deal. And then with Max, I enjoyed his as well. But to me, Dan won the cast. I know for John, it was the other way around, right?
Yes, I felt that Max had a stronger cast because I liked Audrey Plaza's casting. I liked Erin Moriarty's casting. Again, some new faces. Some offbeat selections. I'd like to see how they would do. Even the Regé Jean Page dude.
That's his name.
Yeah.
So I think that's a wash, right? That's a
for sure.
Nobody won cast, so.
All right, so we watched on director and we watched on cast.
Yeah.
Well, this is going well.
So should we go to marketing? Go to marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
Marketing. Max, I liked your idea of the Among Us mobile game. I also like the idea that there will be people purposely stealing the sexy black guy from Bridgerton's game piece and selling it other places. I thought that's a whole nother kind of marketing you could explore on that. So I voted for Max.
I did as well. I did vote for the Among Us piece of it. Sold it. I do love Dan's idea of the video games, but I just think for the clue-based type of game, the Among Us piece of it really sold it for me.
Yes. Costuming and special effects. While I did like, Max, your idea of Del Toro, Tom Savini and Edith Head, that was the one that won it for me, so I went with Dan.
And I went. This is where I kind of washed it out, and I think we got to the overall the same winner. But I kind of flipped it. I like Guillermo del Toro a lot in terms of of costume. So I do enjoy, like, Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorite like artistic movies, right, in terms of visually. And if he has his hand in that, I think that I really enjoyed that.
Okay. So we're down to the final. We're tied 1-1. Dan has the pitch. Max has the marketing. Cameo.
Yeah, it was Christopher Walken.
Yeah, it was Christopher Walken. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just because I assume that those people are going to be in your movie, Dan. I'm sorry. I had to go with Christopher Walken. So, but well done, both of you.
Yeah, well done. For 20 minutes, you guys crushed it.
Yeah.
Fucking
I don't think I could have done that.
I know. I'm sorry, buddy, but Among Us fits clues so well that it was hard to not.
That's fine. Just jump on that mobile game thing with your mom playing this shit in the supermarket. Like,
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
So, in 2 weeks, when Dan takes on Funny Science Fiction by himself, I will find 3 judges, and I'm going to try to get the judges. I'm only going to have one of us from 3 Geeks be a judge. I'm going to find some outside sources, so it doesn't seem like we're ganging up on Funny Science Fiction if all the judges are 3 Geeks and he's playing somebody from 3 Geeks. I know we can all be partial, but
yeah, but it's Dan.
Oh, we can be partial.
Making Dan lose, so it's
yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to reach out. I think Zach from Some Nobodies would be a good judge, and I'm going to see if Victor is available to be a judge.
Yeah, my next movie for you guys is just going to be a giant PSA about something, because that'll win for sure.
This had nothing to do with anything.
No, this did.
You lost completely off. I keep crying, but goodness sake,
keep crying. Oh, shit! Damn.
Dan lost because he's black.
Boom! Shots fired.
Oh gosh!
All right, everybody, hit that like button. Subscribe to the 3 Geeks podcast. Next week we have the Petersons. They are confirmed. They will be here. I will get Burt Ward rescheduled, and I'm excited. Today's podcast was a lot of fun. This is therapy to a lot of us, and we all enjoy coming on here and talking to you guys. Thanks for the support in audio and everywhere. And Manscaped, if you're listening, we are the perfect podcast for you to sponsor. Just saying. We'll talk about balls all day as long as you give us something for it.
We'll talk about balls all day.
And John will perform naked in front of a bunch of Matt Talk fans. So get ready to watch John's.
This got so different in the last 5 minutes.
Only one person got my Castle Freak reference, so thanks, George.
Is it?
Should we tell them where they can vote for Matt Talk one more time before they
vote for Matt Talk.
John, where can they vote for Matt Talk?
They can vote for Matt.
I'm talking like South Park bouncing down the street.
Terrible.
Sorry, John.
They can vote it.
I find it funny.
ColumbusPodcastAwards.com/nominations.
Yes, please go support us and Matt Talk PVD Cast next year. I'll get the 3 Geeks on there. I've been so busy in my personal life, I didn't get the chance to throw us out there to be nominated. So
we already won the Snobbies, so that's cool. Like we already won the Snobbies.
We did. And Funny Science Fiction, where were you in this again? I don't see your name, so that sucks.
Second or third, maybe. I don't know.
There can be only one winner.
What's that?
Just feels kind of tacked off.
Sorry, I killed it. I killed the podcast.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. You totally chopped our heads off. That's all good.
The hell,
lightning.
Yay! I can hear you guys again. From all of us at the 3 Geeks Podcast, follow the PVD Cast at PVD MVP at PVD Cast. Go to PVDcast.com and if you want.
For the fucking culture.
Yes, culture. Men's faces going through tables. Culture.
Listen, we're not cracking 2 beers in each hand. What are you really doing with your life?
Here comes the wrestling dentist.
Good night.
Don't forget to recycle your fucking...
Recycle your fucking...
Just the fucking part.
Droids, everyone. Recycle your droids.
But seriously, recycle recycle your fucking boot more and more.
Yeah, whatever. Who am I to judge? I don't care.
Live your truth.